Your favorite 3-minute news show is here on 23rd April, where we serve world news faster than your microwave pizza and just as hot. First up, the world is saying goodbye to Pope Francis, who passed away at age 88. Now, you might be thinking, I didn't know he was ill. Neither did we. He was pretty much the Energizer Bunny of popes. But turns out even bunnies get tired. His influence? Huge. He was the first pope from the Americas, the first Jesuit pope, and the first pope to use a wheelchair. His final moments, peaceful. He died in his sleep, surrounded by his cardinals, sipping on some herbal tea. No drama, no fuss. Just a good night and a good death. Even if you're not religious, you gotta admit the man had main character energy. The economy called, it's having a bad day. Turns out the forecast isn't looking too bright. In typical fashion, the IMF cut its global growth forecast for the third time this year. Now what? The rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. The middle class is feeling the squeeze. Global debt is exploding. So here's the deal. Central banks are fighting inflation with higher interest rates. And to add fuel to the fire, China and the US are having a fresh tariff spat. Beijing just slapped tariffs on over $2 billion worth of American imports. And guess what? It's all because of that chip war we talked about. China's buying less from the US and buying more from other countries. Inflation is still a pain and the job market isn't as strong as it was. So our advice? Keep those credit cards in your wallet. Online shopping might give you instant gratification, but it could also lead to financial regret. Or start collecting coins. That worked for me. This just in, your toaster runs faster than you now. Human-like robots have taken over an event in China. Not a robot convention. We're talking about a half marathon. Yes, we've entered the era, the robot takeover, or maybe just the era of really fast toasters. 10 humanoid robots joined the race in Beijing. They weren't competing for first place yet. But hey, give it time. Next year, they'll be on the podium giving inspirational speeches. If you think that's weird, wait till they start applying for jobs. And finally, speaking of jobs, more and more Americans are carrying guns to work. You heard right. We're not talking about the Wild West. We're talking about today's headlines. Denver's seen a 31% spike in concealed carry permits since 2018. Now, but don't worry, gun-toting neighbors are more common than you think. In fact, there's a website that lets you stalk your neighbors and see if they're packing heat. Talk about adding fuel to the neighborly love. And that's your speed run through the planet's latest plot twists. We drop fresh news daily, fast and 100% scroll free. So tap subscribe and we'll see you tomorrow. Same sass, new facts.